Welcome to an early edition by 15 minutes of Thankful Thursday Reflections. Because why, Kathy? What's today?
Today's Thankful Thursday.
And it is National Random Acts of Kindness Day, but the whole week is also Random Acts of Kindness Week too.
Like it is.
It is.
And we've been doing random acts of kindness all week.
Yes. So do you have one to share? A random act of kindness that you've witnessed out there in this world this past week?
Well, oh my goodness, there's so many. There's just so many. Let me pick one. I'll do one that I did today. Random acts of kindness. Secretary in my office was kind of stressing out because I had 34 pages of paper that was the wrong thing to do, and she was getting all stressed. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry for inconveniencing you. No, blah, 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 blah. It's like, you know what? We're human. Don't worry. It's okay. And I gave her a hug, and I said, whenever you get to it, no problem. She says, you just made my day. Because, you know, some people always have to think, right? It's like, oh, you need it now, right? And of course, secretaries are kind of like that because people are asked to do things and they want to get it done now. But it's like, no, you know, I got time. No worries. Yeah. It's just a simple act, right? It's a simple act of kindness, just giving somebody a break and making their day. And my words today was, how are you doing? Our kids asking me, how are you doing today, Mrs. Fester? It's like, you know what? It's one day closer to Friday. Woo-hoo! It's a great day. So all day long, they were saying the same thing. It was awesome. It spread around the whole school.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, share
with some stories I hear.
Oh, yeah. This past weekend, I was filling up with gas in Vancouver. And there was the fellow that was behind me. His wife gets out to pump the gas, and he's in the passenger side, and he's got bright pink hair, like bright pink hair. And I went, awesome, I love your hair. I love it. And his wife was like, will you stop it? Like, don't encourage him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's fantastic hair. And he goes, she says, I've been dealing with this for a year now. And I said, but it made me smile. Like, it made me smile. And she went, okay, I'll give you that. I give you that. So just being like, and he is just grinning and laughing. And it was just the best. And she went, just when she kind of said and kind of diffused, it was awesome. She went, oh, made you smile? Okay, I'll give you that. That if that's what it's doing for you. And I was like, yeah, it was incredible.
And isn't that what it's all about, Jeanette? You know, isn't that what it's all about? Getting somebody to laugh or at least smile and just brighten up their day. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I felt like I wanted to go pay for their gas behind me, but she was already pumped and paid. But I paid with my time and just looking and going, wow, I haven't seen a guy with pink hair. And he was I'm going to say our generation. Yeah, our generation. It just made me smile. And I drove away going, I wonder what the conversations that they're having in the car now because of that little interaction that I, prompted about his hair, that she's trying to fight him to change it up. And it's like, but you know what? I never thought of it like that his pink hair is making somebody else smile. So you know what? Rock the pink hair.
There you go.
The pink hair.
I think that's great. Great.
It was so much fun. And then yesterday I had a very interesting interaction. I started the day at a seminar about listening. Tanya Hewitt, who has attended our conferences before and our gas summits before, she's a lady that has Beyond Compliance, and she's a human resources person. And she makes sure that Beyond Compliance, which we're treating each other with compassion and we're listening and we're being present for each other and acts of kindness. So I was at her seminar yesterday, paired up with a beautiful guy, and we were just talking about how when we're not listened to, how it makes us feel and why we jump ships and jobs and great things like that. And I taught him about getting the word but out of your language and adding the word and you know what, I was having a bad day and I turned it around by giving a smile to someone. So taking that word but out of there. And we had a great conversation and came back and shared that with the group. and learned some new skills, and just happened to win an Indigo gift card. So books. So that was just like showing up in kindness does pay it off. And then it evolved to last night that, Kathy, one of our favorite charities that we work with is Night Shift Street Ministries. Love and adore. Everybody deserves a hot meal. There's more than enough to go around in this world. And there was a gentleman there who was there for service, and he had a big bag of bottles and just being very quiet. And I felt like he was a little bit probably, no, I'm not going to judge. He just was quiet. He was quiet. And we had used some juice, and we had the juice boxes that are, you can return for deposit. And we're like, I went, hey, could you use some more juice boxes, or, use some bottles? So he came out, he took me at about 12 of them, and he squished them all down. And then he turned and he started to talk. And I started to listen.
Mhm.
The kindness of listening. And we talked about science. We talked about the full moon. We talked about family. We talked about genetics. We talked about lineage of all of a sudden, Kathy, I'm sure this has happened to you. You start going, why do I know that thing? I've never studied that thing. And maybe it's in our DNA. Maybe it's in our DNA that we're all part of each other. And for about 30 minutes, we had this beautiful kindness, being in the moment for each other conversation. And his name is Jeremy, and he asked me my name. And it was all because I learned something new at the beginning of the day. Somebody gave of their time and kindness to 37 people in this room. And for me, just to kind of go, hold it, Jeanette, hold space and kindness to meet this fellow, how he needs to communicate and be able to talk. And I learned beautiful stories about his family and his struggles with addiction. And he goes, I'm good and I'm bad. And he goes, I've so enjoyed talking to you, Jeanette.
Nice.
And it was beautiful. And shout out to Tanya. Thank you so much for putting that seminar on, because we're teaching other people to get to that gratitude and appreciation. And that was a modality that I needed to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And it was received.
Listening is a really good form of kindness, to show that you care, that you really do care about what they have to say.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this in the past, but putting it in that phraseology that you just did is so powerful. We get so busy and speedy in our lives, and we don't really truly listen all the time. I know that was my pet peeve when my daughter was younger, because she was just a little one, like 2 and 3, and she'd speak, but everyone would ignore her. But I would say, excuse me, my daughter's talking to me right now. I'm listening to my daughter, because what she has to say is important to her. And I need to respect that. And we kind of forget that. Even it doesn't matter how old people are. We forget that. And that's a huge piece. And even just to a complete stranger saying, hello, my mother-in-law is doing her homework and being kind to people. She says, I did it 5 times today.
That's awesome.
And she's doing it on her walks. She's meeting new people, and she does it at a different time each day, kind of thing. So she meets new people all the time, and then some repeats. Right. And getting to know people's like, how are you doing this? Like stopping the walk and talking and having a conversation and just listening. We don't, we spend a lot of time judging, right? You stopped yourself tonight, right?
Yep.
And we tend to do that as a society a lot, and go immediately into judging and figuring a person out before you really get to know them. And I think we do it too much. Just need to step back and just let people be. Like this morning, I made one of my students laugh because I accidentally said poo poo.
No, like the real word for poo poo, or the word poo poo?
Word poo poo.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it would have been really funny.
I was singing the rhythm, and somehow I went poo poo in the rhythm. I don't know. It was ridiculous. He was in hysterics, and I apologized. He says, don't apologize. You made me laugh this morning.
Beautiful.
It's like, yay, and it's just like, don't judge yourselves, don't judge others, and just let let it be,
Yeah.
let it be.
And
I think
also
the kindness will flow a lot easier,
yeah, and and labels, it wouldn't be awesome is when we say to people, oh, I'm labeling you kind, I'm labeling you confident, I'm labeling you comfortable in your skin, when I heard a beautiful story, I think it was on TikTok, I don't know where I read it or watched it, and Kathy, can you imagine this? There was a mom and a daughter out shopping in a store. Yeah, it was on TikTok. There was a gentleman who says, I work in retail, and I just had to share this story that just touched my heart. He said, wait, there was a mom and a daughter. The daughter was in trying on some new clothes, young girl. And she came out and she said to her mom, what do you think? What do you think? How do you think? And the mom's immediate reaction was, do you feel comfortable? And do you feel confident? Not, or do you think that it fits you well? Do you think it makes your butt look big? Do you feel confident? And are you comfortable?
I love that. That's great.
And that kid rocking that outfit is going to feel comfortable and is going to feel confident in every single action that she does.
Yeah. There's some big lessons there. There's some big lessons there. Approach things from the positive moving forward rather than from the negative and what ifs. Oh, don't live in what ifs.
No
what ifs.
No. What now? What now can I do to be kind? What now can I do to be kind?
So, folks, you guys listening tonight, I encourage you, keep going. Post in our Facebook, because we are going to give some prizes, and my mother-in-law won't post, but but I know she's doing her homework.
Yes. So it's simple as a smile, hold a door, help somebody to laugh, pick up trash. That's being kind to the environment. Send a kind email to somebody. Yes. Look at yourself in the mirror and go, I'm going to be kind to you today.
Yes,
because it starts and stops with us.
Yeah.
So there's just a few little items on how to be kind, I'm so glad that we're on this kindness journey together. And
I am too. And I have a brainstorm that I'm not going to share live on Facebook here, but you and I have an idea.
Well, I like
always thinking, we need share. Yep. That's all I'll say. All right.
International Day of Kindness. Random acts of kindness.
Yay.
Let's make it an everyday act.
Absolutely. Every day of the year. Don't need a special day to do it. Okay,
let's warm up our palms and put kindness. 5. Let's do 5 because we want lots of kindness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Happy National Day of Kindness Day.
Yay. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we look forward to seeing your comments. Be kind. Bye for now.